Hello, and everyone, and welcome to a Cybercast episode 211, the Transforming Action Figure Podcast Show. My name is Josh, also known as G1 Hexatron, and we've got a few people here. We've got a guest as well. First off, introductions. Dalton, where can people find you, man?
You can find me everywhere at Daltonians TFs.
And Rick?
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, and we have Jesse. Where can people find you? I guess your personal information. He is our guest, so he's going to be sharing some information with us today.
Yes, I'm Jesse Wittenrich. People can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, just under Jesse Wittenrich, nothing special there. And I'm also on Allspark as Night Viper, so might know me from there. And then I guess I'll go ahead and do some of the website information for the things that we're going to be talking about. So I'm sort of here promoting Pete's Robot Convention. Please call it RoboCon. Take the Pete's name off a little bit. So it's Pete's RoboCon, robocon.com. And that is also on Facebook. On Twitter, we just have the one Twitter account. It is Night Shining Inc. And then we're also going to be talking about Redman. So that is Official Redman on Facebook and officialredman.com for the website.
All right, and you can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. Don't have a collection spotlight today, but if you guys are ever interested in having your collection shown on the show, go ahead and take the pictures of your collection, however many your collection needs. If it's a larger collection, you'll take more pictures. If it's smaller, then you'll take fewer pictures. But send that in an email to me at g1hexatron@gmail.com and just tell me what you want me to refer to you as whenever we're showing it off. Let's see. We do have a Galactic Gumbo show tonight. That's going to go live at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And before we get into the news, so let's go ahead and dive into RoboCon. I guess first off, like what's the dates, times, location, prices and stuff like that. That way people that are in the area, or maybe they have some time to schedule some time off so they can go there. So they have all that information.
All right, so it is going to be coming up June 9th and 10th. 10th is going to be, if you're coming as a walk-in, 10th would be the day to come in. The 9th is going to be for the custom class, and we also have a dealer preview where we're going to have from 6:30 to 9. Just a little preview of all the best things that the dealers brought. That's how we're phrasing it, for just the pre-registration people who are attending. So that's gonna be really cool. There's gonna be drinks involved, so you might want to double check your wallet, not spending too much while you're sitting there drinking, looking at toys. And then the show opens on Sunday at. Let me pull that up. It opens at 9:30, goes to 5. We are going to be closing down on Sunday at 4 for a special tour of the dealer room for autistic kids. That is going to be organized by Pete's son's mother. And I don't have the information on which group she's bringing. So I can't give a shout out for them right now, but we'll have that information available hopefully next week. And yeah, the pre-registration is still open. We're going to be closing soon because we all have special T-shirts that we have to order. So if you're looking to get into this the pre-register, you better get on it pretty soon. We're going to keep the class open a little bit longer, and the class is doing pretty good. So you can either do the for kids, we have the what is it called? It is anyway. It's a bunch of spare Transformers parts and other household product that you can just grab and go ahead and build whatever you want out of it. Last year, somebody made this really cool Cheetor, so it is actually called Recycled Robots.
So they could make it like a Autobot Spike or something like that.
Pretty much, yeah. We've got some pictures on the website of some of the robots that came out of it, and it's really cool. It's $20. It's mainly for kids, but adults can attend too. And then we have the custom class for everybody else, that's the Shatterglass Swoop. Shatterglass Swoop. So it is the Power of the Prime Swoop in Shatterglass colors. He will have a new face, which I'm just casting, so don't be too critical about it, please. This is my own personal swoop, so Sean Tessman, who's going to be running the class, he's going to be using a slightly different teal and a slightly different purple, and I think he's going to have like a metallic sheen across most of it, so it's going to be a little bit different from what I'm showing you right now, but it's pretty close. It's going to be the same color breakdown where the purple and teal goes. And you will get the Shatterglass Autobot symbol for that. And then the other class is you make a gorilla shell, and the gorilla shell is gears. Am I holding it right? For this gears. If you know the whole story about, we used this gears for Oil Master, and we built the shell to go around Oil Master. So now that we have a couple extra shells, we can paint them up to match gears. And if you buy gears, you have the option of adding on Swerve. So these are only the shells. It's the shells and the two guns. I don't have the guns because I accidentally grabbed the Megatron parts instead of the Optimus parts. The gears and the Swerve little trucks are separate. You know, if you have those, great. And if you don't have gears, because I know he's a little rare, you can do the Swerve instead.
Gotcha. All right, so as far as custom class, you got a couple of things there. You know, as far as kids, you have a couple of different things. Like you mentioned, the charity event. You're gonna have face painting and some other things. Like you mentioned, their custom class where it's kind of the parts you put together. So, am I covering everything, or am I missing something there?
Right, we're gonna do the face painting and also characters. I mean, if you guys know Mike Tinnell, he got in the face painting too last year. I'm sure you all saw it on this Facebook. One other thing is we're doing the Grand Door Prize, which if you paid attention to the April Fool's Day that we did this year of the various crossovers, like My Little Pony and G.I. Joe and whatever, that will be the Grand Door Prize. So that's the Feral from Titan's Return, Weird Wolf, and then his little dude. So that's the Visionaries Feral. The whole box set will be part of the giveaway. If you pre-register, you get a ticket, and you can buy tickets at the door.
Okay. Did you guys have any questions? I had one more on the convention. So whenever we say Robocon, I mean, it's not just Transformers, it's not just Diaclone, but like you're including like Voltron in there, and
right.
I'm trying to think of all the
Gundam.
Pete and I are always trying to think of, okay, what robot series can we focus on next? And there's not really that many on right now. And most of them now, especially since Hasbro just bought Power Rangers, they're Hasbro.
You got all the Star Wars
with
non-Hasbro robot brand. Got nothing.
All right. Did you guys have any questions or anything as far as Robocon?
As far as like the future conventions and stuff, do you think it will always be like in that June timeline, or have you guys ever discussed having it, a different time of year? Just curious.
As of up until next year, it will be in the June timeframe. So
yeah,
I mean, last year it was 2 weeks after what we have now. But so it'll be moving around in June, but it'll be around the June timeline.
Okay.
I think this is a question just for the hotel, but do they have shuttles to the airport, or?
That is a good question that I do not know the answer to.
Okay. I'll have to give the hotel a call or that, or get a cab. So.
Yeah, but most hotels or nicer hotels that have shuttles, I think it's within like 10 or 15
there
miles.
There is a trolley system, those buses that they do up to look like a trolley car. I know the hotel is on one of those routes. So.
Okay, so sweet.
Okay, the other thing that I wanted to come on is to talk to us about, official Redman. So you're doing some stuff with the comic, and just tell us a little bit about that, because you were kind of telling me some this past weekend. It's basically it's Ultraman, but it was originally Redman or something. So I was trying to follow.
It's a weird history. So, I guess the working name for Ultraman was Redman, but then when it finally came out in the '60s, obviously they went with Ultraman, and then they needed to do some sort of short in the '70s. I think it was '72 or '73, and they came up with Redman, which recycled all of the Ultraman monster suits, and it was just a 5-minute short, so there wasn't any world building or anything like that. It was just, here's a monster. Oh, and here comes their hero Redman, and they fight. So it's a very odd series. I think it was 138 episodes that went from early in the year, and then it ended in October of the same year. But it gained popularity when Subaraya went to YouTube, and they wanted to put their library of shows up, and they found Redman again, and they put it up there, and they put all 138 episodes up at first, and people loved it. Especially, it's very consumable on the internet, of course, for just being 5-minute shorts. You can sit there and watch it all day. So, right now, I think they only have like the first 2 episodes. I think they removed some of them. You can sort of find a private Redman channel where they used to have all the episodes. But it's also easy to find unofficial episodes of Redman. Like, you can find the whole run if you're not looking at the Super Ride channel. So that's getting popularity, and they wanted to bring something over to the US. They wanted to bring some sort of brand over. They were having issues with Redman because there's a whole court case where a company in China was saying that they had the international distribution rights. And it turned out that it was a forged document. So now they're bringing Redman over here, and they want to bring Ultraman over eventually. So first up is Redman. It's going to be a comic book by Matt Frank. I'm sure Transformers fans know who Matt Frank is. Yeah, he went from Transformers to Godzilla, and then from Godzilla to Redman, and his art is amazing, especially for all the kaiju. It's just great stuff. So we now have that comic book up for pre-order. We're expecting to start shipping in June, but it's up for pre-order right now on the official Redman site, officialredman.com site. You can get just the comic, and if you're one of the first 100 orders, which you're going to have to get in pretty soon, it's going pretty quick. You get a free foil trading card of Redman, and there's also a pin set on the same website. If you want both the comic and the pin set, you can order both for a slight discount. I think it's like $2 you save, maybe $3, but good deal. And then we also have T-shirts, which are available on Redbubble. So, Redman, Redbubble, we thought was kind of clever and cute. So we have 5 designs there, and you can pick 7 different colors, I think. And those will ship as soon as they're done printing after you order. So I've already ordered 4 shirts, and they're great. I love them. So yeah, lots of stuff out there.
Awesome, man. Well, I also was able to attend Little Rock Comic Con, and Jesse and Robbie, they had a panel, so I actually recorded that and put it up on my channel here. So if you guys haven't seen that, they talk about Transformers. I'm trying to figure out everything that you guys covered. It was kind of like a little bit about the history, comic books, the cartoon, the toys, some of your childhood memories with the toys. We touched on Beast Wars, and then I tried to steer it back to G1. And then Dakota came back in with another Beast Wars, and I'm trying to steer it back to G1. But
somebody made fun of Armada. I remember that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff for that. So
yeah, so just kind of talked a little bit about everything. So it's a really good listen. So if you guys want to check that out, then you can see Jesse there along with Robbie, and then go check him out on his Twitter, his Facebook page, and all his websites and stuff like that. So do you guys have anything else?
Not off the top of
No.
my head.
Oh, and just so you guys know, he can't answer any JoeCon stuff, so that's why we're not asking. Because I know that someone's gonna be like, "Dude, you had him on and no JoeCon." So yeah, we've already, we would have covered it, but we can't. So,
Or else we'll get a cease and desist.
Yeah, we want to, thank you for coming on, spending some time with us, man, and sharing the info with us. Appreciate it, man.
Yep, it's been great. Thanks for having me.
All right, you have a good night,
See you
man.
in a couple weeks.
All right, guys, we'll get into the news here. And what's up, K-Bar and Sportimus? All right, are you looking at a fantastic looking little bumblebee there? These are McDonald's Happy Meal Transformers. They're Cyberverse chibi figures.
Oh, Mike will be all over these. They look like Pops.
Oh, God.
And just in case you're wondering, I do not think they transform. What is he one of those little wind up little walker
It
things?
looks like it, or you
It
pull it
looks
back.
like
Just... Oh, God.
It's like Optimus is popping a squat, man.
Learning too much from Grimlock.
Yeah, so I figured I'd show these off. That's what Starscream gets, is just a jet.
Oh, God.
Just a bath toy.
The Windblade's probably the best looking one. Or maybe the Bumblebee, because his legs are spread apart. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. There you go. And here are I guess this was a picture taken on the back of like maybe the Predaking box set. So you see like Megatronus, Vector, Prima, and blah 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 blah. What's funny is each one of them have Predaking as right after their name. So I'm not really sure what that's about.
Kind of like the back of the cards. But what's funny about this is we're actually as far as we know, we're still missing 3 of these Prime Masters, being Prima, Nexus, and Amalgamus. So I think it's a little weird that
there's Alchemist right there.
Oh, there's also Amalgamus Prime. I can't.
Oh, Amalgamus.
Yeah, it's right there next to Quintus and Nexus, second row under.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay, with an A. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know anything about the little Prime things, and these don't interest me really that at all, considering that they don't turn into little robots. So, moving on. All right, here's that Retgar that we've known that we were gonna get for a long time now. But so the packaging, you see him in his bike mode.
I'm actually thinking about picking this up. I mean, it looks good for just a straight repaint, retool or just repaint with the new head. And for some reason, he's got that reveal the shield weapon. Like, it doesn't fit anywhere in vehicle mode. It barely fits in his hand.
Oh yeah, I see what you're telling me. I don't like how much gray's on him.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they used the red plastic for that chest piece. Then would have been fine.
Yeah, and why are these joints gray and this gray? Like, I don't have the G120 anymore, but I don't remember that being gray like that.
Yeah, it definitely takes away
I don't
from
even
it.
have the reveal the shield to compare either.
What do you do with that weapon whenever you put them in bike mode? You just leave it on the ground?
Probably. Should have just given him the axe weapon from first aid, because you can at least plug it on the side and have a new little exhaust pipe.
Oh, okay, so he's got this little thing.
The Primer doesn't.
There's just no Transformer news by Hasbro. Like, it's like they came out of the gate running, and then here for like a month or so, like it's been dead.
Yep.
Not unless they're saving it all for July.
Oh, and then you got San Diego Comic-Con, yeah, I guess coming up. I can't find any of this Wave 2 stuff anywhere.
Neither have I.
Let's see. Someone else said that too. Yeah, K-Bar says, I still haven't seen any Wave 2 Prime Masters at all. Me neither. I need Hunger and a couple of other guys.
It's like we all talked about how bad distribution was during the early spring and late winter, and then it got worse. I don't know if we did this, but I can't believe it got worse.
And also, like, it's not. It must be a Hasbro thing, because I see some people are getting this Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure for Spider-Man with the lizard. Yeah. I haven't seen a single figure in any of my stores. I've only seen like maybe 2 deluxe figures for Wave 2 for Transformers in my stores, right. and it was at Target, and then that was it. I've never seen anything else. As far as the Han Solo stuff, like I've seen the Darth Vader helmet, the dewback, and like 1 Solo figure. Everything else I've had to either buy it at a convention or online. And I thought, hey, now that the movie is here, I can go into a store and they're all going to have tons of this stuff. Nope, nothing.
Yeah, I went today after the movie just to see if I need the Chewbacca. That's really the only one I don't have.
All the Target exclusive.
Yeah, but they didn't have any. That store had no Black Series Solo stuff at all. Not one figure. I only went in one.
I see. Mine had it for like a week, and then just
I could probably get you that Chewbacca. My Target, I think they had plenty of them. So
okay, yeah, I might do that then.
All right, so a G1 Hot Rod, Hot Rod reissue here. First of all, I'm liking the box. The return of the old school boxes. That looks good. So, kids that, didn't grow up in the 80s, this is what we got to look at. This is what sold the toys. Besides the cartoon, was this awesome box artwork. And in the back, especially, there's not a picture of the back here, but it looks, it's an art piece.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can talk more about that on Galactic Gumbo or this, because I want to talk about, are we going to see like maybe a return of these G1s, or if this does well, or are we going to start seeing some more reissues? Classic Hasbro interns. I think we mentioned this previously, but the wings just laying here on the ground like they didn't finish this. You've got the box, so I know you've got the instructions. And this is a simple transformer.
Yeah.
Interns. You know what? It's like they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, they are. They don't care.
And I can tell you that as soon as they put these thigh stickers on here,
oh yeah,
that they were like, take the picture. Because there's no way they transformed it with these. Guys, if you do get this, don't even put the thigh stickers on, because as soon as you slide these legs up, it just crinkles them up. It's guaranteed to happen. I promise you.
Yep. My kid would love to have this. I mean, he's seen mine, but I don't really let him play with the old stuff. He only plays with like new stuff, but he likes the old one. He's seen it and asked about it. He likes Hot Rod.
And now, is this the Target Master engine? I can't remember. Well, I know that you can put the gun in there, but did the original G1 before Target Master, did it have a big hole in there like that? I can't remember.
I'd have to look to the books. So. I can't remember it.
Also, rubber wheels. Do you want rubber wheels or not? I say yes. If you're going to do reissues of G1, then you keep it as authentic as possible. But some people would say that live in certain climates that they don't want rubber wheels, because they'll crack over time.
MP10 had it for 4 years. It's fine.
Yeah. All my, but I also keep my house like between 65 and 72 degrees at the hottest. So, the other thing is, plastic feet or die-cast metal feet. What do you want?
I like the die-cast metal, but I like the original G1 stuff. Even like the Predacons, I like the metal versions, even though they're a little bit too heavy for the play mechanic.
Those look like they are the rubber wheels.
Yeah, Does.
Yeah, they look. That's rubber. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so all right, a couple of statues. Sportimus says yes, it did have a hole in it. The hole was made larger for the Target Master. So it always had a hole. They just made the hole larger for whenever the Target Master. Okay. Just got this one picture here of Wheeljack. So it's not obviously painted yet, but there you go. Officially licensed by Hasbro, Imaginarium Mart. Get yourself a Wheeljack. What's up, Dr. Prime?
Yeah, just never really
And
statues.
ooh, Fig Life Miami, what's up? Glad you could join us. All right, so we got our first kind of picture here. We'll probably next Cybercast we'll have more pictures of this, like we will with the Jazz figure, which on next tab. But RC looking slim and looking pretty nice there. Where does she put the the car?
That's a question for Toy World.
Is it like RoboCop where his like her like thigh opens up and it just has like car pieces that like shoot out and then combined on her?
That's a question for Toy World.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that's that hideous looking one, right?
Yeah, where it's like half a car. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Just about as bad as Impossible Toys.
The only thing my Walmart has is those Bayformer figures that
that's
nobody
all mine has.
And also Imaginarium Art, officially licensed by Hasbro. This one's fully painted up, so you can see the Jazz, and we have someone on the show that we know is going to be buying this because he's a big Jazz fan.
If it doesn't transform, I'm probably not buying
it. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen these painted pictures.
Why are the pictures so freaking small?
It's like the small pictures.
Yeah, they should have made the pictures be bigger.
It's good old TFW for you.
I should have used the pictures from my Facebook page. They probably would have been bigger.
Yeah, probably.
There we go. But you can see some of the painted detail in there with the gold in between the knuckles and stuff. It's like a couple of different types of silver on the face. 40 centimeters. What is that in inches?
It's just a little over a foot. I think maybe like about 14 inches, I think.
Not crazy about the gold. I like everything else. It looks good. I'm just not crazy about the gold mixed with the silver.
Cable, are you guys going to show the MP41 Beast Mode? You said Beast Mode, so I guess you're talking about that piece of garbage Megatron. Yeah, we will.
MP41 is Dinobot, so they're wrong.
Dinobot? So that's already or 43. Okay.
Yeah, 43.
These pictures are small. They're boring.
It sounds like Sportimus has been in an unfortunate smelting accident.
All right. Takara is Power of the Prime. I haven't seen this guy anywhere. A little landmine. It's just like the Hasbro ones.
Yeah. Or if you're a fan of Japanese stuff, Lander.
Yep.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. That looks the same as the Hasbro, right? Just every bit of it, even the face.
I don't know. I know the original Hasbro one was pretty much all purple in the torso. I don't know where all that silver's coming from. Around the
Looks like
yellow.
a darker yellow because I'm looking, and then I can't really see the face. You know what? They just need to make a 3-pack and just chrome these little suckers out right here.
Yeah, give them the red eyes and make all the yellows fit together and paint over the yellow on kickback.
Jonathan, he says, notice how the pics are darker to try to fool people into thinking they're different.
Yeah, it's just all lighting. So
I
I'm gonna
think
try to
he's
pick.
not exactly the same.
I'm gonna try to get another tailgate and use that as a. Oh, what was his name? The little Micromaster. Stakeout. Make a good little stakeout figure.
Yeah, let me know how that goes because I'd like to see how you do that one.
Yeah, well, you use
I do want a stakeout. Stakeout is like something that we haven't gotten. I don't know why, but
well, there is a head.
Is what you're talking about? You're wanting this one?
If I'm gonna complete my fembots, yeah.
Yeah, I need that one to complete them.
Firestar. This one can stay on the shelf, exactly where I put that Moon Racer back. This is a horrible transformer.
I really did like the kind of homage we got from BotCon 2014, the fire.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
Flare up from the RC.
God, this is so bad.
I'm gonna put them all together and put the little thing on the front there, like that one. And
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have my little teen mom Cybertron edition
where she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then you can take this clear piece out and put one of those little robots there, and it can be a baby.
Perfect. Yeah.
I hate everything about this figure. The transformation, these big wheels hanging off the side, the big giant backpack, and this extra crap on the wrist or forearm. It looks terrible. Put Megatron's head in there.
It's really weird that this mold came out in the same exact line as that swoop mold, and that swoop mold is like unbelievable, like amazing. It's weird. But there's usually at least one stinker. So,
let's see. I don't know. They've had slimmer molds for this kind of Combiner Wars style. I don't know why they couldn't use keep that same idea with these.
And look at the car mode. It's garbage. This is horrible.
Well, no, wasn't she also like a pickup or something?
I haven't seen that episode or those 1 or 2 episodes in years.
Yeah, I don't I don't care. This just looks bad. There's your Inferno.
Now, see, I would get this, but not for Inferno. I'd try to repurpose it into Pyro. Just swap a hotspot head on there.
Oh, so Firestorm, she was like a truck similar to Cup. So an El Camino.
Yeah.
And then,
Stop
Chromia
calling
was
it a
a
truck.
minivan.
You guys don't know what an El Camino is?
No. Well, there are actually little cab over pickups like that. That aren't El Caminos or Rancheros.
My grandfather had an El Camino for a while, and I remember he had it when the Transformers the movie came out. And I remember putting the two together. I'm like, that's why Cup's the old guy, just like my grandfather. It was funny.
He went out there with some green Krylon spray paint.
Yeah, like I was saying, this Inferno would make a better Pyro than Inferno.
Fig Life Miami says, I'm new to Transformer collecting. I've been buying the ones from Walmart, Toys R Us. What's your advice on what I should collect? Ooh, man, it's pretty loaded in there. I would say the the Terracons are really cool, and that Predaking is really cool. The little guys that we were looking at earlier, that they're like little $5 figures. Those are really cool.
And if you're wanting an Inferno, just backtrack and get the universe and get the reveal the shield grapple.
Also, we've done like the end of the year show, or like like the best of the year. That might be good episodes to watch because we cover like the top stuff that we liked for the last few years.
Oh yeah, so it would be one of our probably January episodes.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that's been released like over the past year, 2 or 3, you could find some that's going to be marked up crazy high, and then some you're going to find some stuff that's like really cheap where people are just like, hey, I'll just take $5 shipped, for this figure that came out 3 years ago. Like people, they'll sell it at low prices, so you just got to find out what you like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's the little combine mode that they're doing. So this is a weird combination. So you got Moonracer here, and then let's see, you got Blot, Center Twin, Cutthroat. So 3 Terracons, and then Inferno. It's a very odd
I don't even know
combination
where
there.
they're going with the design of the combined mode of just Inferno. Like,
well, it looks just like the Defensor one.
Yeah.
well, I mean, like with the
see
color
anything
scheme,
different.
like who is this, supposed to represent other than just the repaint of
I mean,
Defensor?
Inferno never combined anyway, so who cares? It's open.
Exactly. It's just they're still making use of like the Combiner Wars stuff where you can make your own stuff. I mean, they have so many now that you can make your own custom stuff. So they're just showing that off, I think.
Yeah. All right, so if you guys are into the Studio series, not to be confused with Takara Movie The Best, which is Rick's favorite. Here you have the camo Blackout, and then Rusty Bumblebee.
Yeah, see, I don't know why they didn't go with the Rusty Bumblebee to begin with. Like, that's how he looked in the movie.
This is the only picture we have of this camo Blackout. That looks pretty cool. But
I think the regular Blackout looks fine. But the rusty kind of faded Bumblebee is how he should have been at retail.
This is the thing is, I look at this and I'm like, this is obviously catered to adult collectors because there's not a kid that you could show like, here's brand new shiny looking new model Bumblebee, and then here's like this garbage, and he'd be like, yeah, I want that one, the one that looks like it fell in the toilet. Give me that one.
Well, you've probably seen some of the new stuff at Walmart. So you might be thinking a little bit different now.
Yes, exactly. Sportimus says, wow, that looks bad. Looks like someone just pooped all over it.
Just
and then in his robot mode, he's all clean looking.
Yeah. Kind of the opposite of how the newer vehicles worked in the movies.
So Rick, you adding this to the collection?
It's got painted rims.
Sorry, I'm back. I had my kid just got in. I thought I heard that these were like limited, very limited, like these two. I thought I heard that earlier.
I think they are.
Like really limited. I don't know if the like lucky draw type limited, but
what?
I thought that's what I heard, but I'm not positive. But I don't need them either way. I'm good. I have the regular Blackout and I actually really like it.
These are limited edition figures. Hasbro's China's flagship store new.
Oh, Taobao. One day only.
May 15th, one day only.
Nearly 2 weeks ago.
Also, it's already passed.
Yeah.
Well, if you want it, then you can go online.
Whoops.
You can get on eBay. They should limit them to 0. All right, so this is from God, what is it?
Figure
King or
magazine.
something. All right, so I got a couple things in here. One, the gold MP10 we're looking. So there's a couple things we're going to be looking at on these tabs, but I'm done with collecting every single variant of Masterpiece. I'm just going to collect the ones that I absolutely want now because it's getting way too expensive, and they're repainting the crap out of them. So I'm gonna pass.
Doesn't seem like for much longer with that little blurb that we're seeing next to it.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a second. But you can see some of it is this kind of the shiny gold chrome, and then some of it's just that, kind of gold plastic there, so you can transform it. There is that knockoff one, but it's all, like, I believe every bit of it is this shiny gold, and you can't transform it. So I actually saw, like, so here it is right here. It's like, hey, just listed on eBay. People are trying to get their knockoff out of there, because no one's going to be buying it. Is this a purchase for anyone?
No.
No, not me.
This is just like that Gold Lagoon Megatron we got 2-3 years ago. Not the MPO5 or MPO5.
From the Megatron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm done, I think, going down the rabbit hole of how many times I guess that's one of the reasons why they're making a version 3 of Optimus Prime for Masterpiece is you've done just about every color you can do with the MP10, and it's obviously making money still. So they're like, hey, we need to change a few things up. That way we can just re-release all these different painted things again with a new mold.
Well, that, and it's next year's the 35th anniversary. So I could kind of see that playing into it.
So here's that picture again in a little bit close up. So we just kind of get a little teaser here on version 3, but you can see a little
really
bit
skinny legs.
Yeah, a little bit something different there with the legs, and you can see that this, the little exhaust comes down further. So that's basically all we get right now.
I think they said next month at Tokyo Toy Show they're gonna show the whole thing. So
okay,
be something to look forward to.
And here's this garbage.
Nah.
It's got a little bow tie.
So he is gonna have lights and sounds. Just problem is it gonna be all Japanese?
Yeah, probably.
Any English?
I know.
Maybe a mix of both.
Well, it's Takara, so
yeah, I doubt it.
Japanese.
Exactly.
They don't care about us.
This beast mode looks great.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of little.
Well, for one, this is a prototype.
Yeah, but that Dinobot you showed me, the outside of it has gaps and stuff.
It looks good where it needs to be. I really don't care all that much. It's a little bit sticking out.
I go back to my argument because you and Dakota is like, oh man, the Beast Wars Masterpiece is so much better than the G1 Masterpiece. I say, hey, what about these gaps here and here and here? And you're like, well, it looks good enough. I'm like, yeah, see, I could say the same. What if they made Sunstreaker and he's like missing a hood and a door? And I'm like, well, it looks good enough. It's not a masterpiece then. Right, Rick?
Well, I like the Beast Wars stuff. I like the cartoon a whole lot. But for me, like Sunstreaker's a good example. Like Sunstreaker to me, he's probably my favorite masterpiece toy, and he's on the small side, right? He's not even one of the like big ones that we've gotten, but for me, he's probably the best one. I just feel like they knocked it out of the park with that one. And I think for the Beast Wars, it's a little bit different. Like even the show, like if you look at the animation, there's a lot of, you know, it's kind of outdated now. The original toys, they're fun, but obviously they had a lot of shell forming going on, things like that. But I do think like this, I have them all so far, the Beast Wars ones. I do think they do a good representation of the robot mode. It feels like the show. And I think that the Beast modes aren't quite as good as the robot modes, but they do get the personalities right. They concentrate on the things that you remember the most, like Megatron's teeth and the face and the eyes, that scowl. You know, with Prime, they tried to. I think they're capturing, and they're definitely
Beast modes.
Here's the thing, too: the toys of these, they really, a lot of them didn't really look like the cartoon. We've gotten a few generations that kind of fill the gaps, and it looks more like the cartoon. So if you're comparing like these masterpiece versions to the old toys, they don't have. There's such a gap as far as what we played with, what we had for the Beast Wars stuff, and these do seem like masterpieces next to the original toys. Whereas like, and even with the G1 stuff, like I look at my Generation 1 Sunstreaker, the first Transformer I ever bought, and I still love it. Like I still like the toy, but that new one, again, there's this huge gap between there. So I think they're doing a good job with trying to make these masterpiece quality. But if I could only collect one, it's always going to be G1. That doesn't mean I don't like these. I love them. But
also, I see a lot of screw holes in these things. I've complained about this on I think it was the Hot Rod figure, where it's just on his forearms, where you have the or right there where his wrists were. I'm like, if these are masterpiece, they give me because I know that there's some toys that I've bought before where they had screws. That way they left the little pieces out so you can tighten anything that you needed or loosen it up if you needed to. Then afterwards, those little plugs that you could plug it all in to where everything was completely smooth. And then you're going to be paying well over $200 for this thing. What's the price that they're asking for?
There is no official price yet, but I still don't think it's going to be higher than Autobot.
Let's say at least $250, right?
Yeah.
Is that safe to say $250? Okay. I'm not trying to. I'm okay. So let's say $250. If I'm paying $250 for something, I don't expect to see like a ton of little screw holes to where it looks like you just got shot up in the back of a nightclub. So that's what I don't like about these little things.
The one thing I think that with the price and stuff, because obviously Dalton was just talking about the electronics and the lights and stuff like that, or all the little things they're trying to put in. It kind of sucks for us because I feel like we might get like the roar of the dinosaur, which is the same translation, obviously, but we're not going to get like David K's those 3 or 4 things that he always says that we would all love.
Yeah,
we're not getting our money. We don't get our money's worth out of that. That's now the Japanese audience. They'll get their money's worth out of that. We're not going to get our money's worth unless we speak Japanese and we love. We kind of are on that end where you're probably sacrificing an extra $45 that we really can't really. I know for me, I won't enjoy it like I would if it was actually David K's voice in English. So.
Well, just a little bit of wishful thinking. Like if they do end up doing David K's voice, that would make it even better because
I feel like it'd be worth that extra $45 maybe if I could do that. And I think that's because like of all of the between G1 and Beast Wars, if I had to choose who had the better voice actors, there's a few in G1 that I'd like obviously Optimus. There's a few, Jazz, but for Beast Wars, those voice actors were so exceptional. And
the Ocean Group just nails it every time with what their character performances. The thing I'm wishing for. The reason why I'm wishing more for thinking that they're going to go for more David K is because in the US it was more serious, and apparently in Japan this was more of a comedy series, to the point whenever Megatron would yell or whatever, like if he was getting hit or something, it'd be like a woman screaming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm hoping for it.
Maybe just Toys R Us will come out with an American exclusive version, and it'll have the English.
See,
Yeah.
I don't think it would be hard for them to get both on there, because
Over your head. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Maybe KB Christmas pop-up stores will give you the David K version.
Well, see, there was a mod, a little third-party thing. I mean, it's so simple for Takard to do it, because this company did it for Megatron with his fusion cannon. And if it's just a small little chip, I mean, it wouldn't be hard for them to have, everything on there, as far as American and Japanese. Just a flick of a switch.
Now, time to get into something that Dalton is really excited about. Marvel Comics Megatron. Remember? You said that
I would have preferred that look more than just a straight up toy. Like having the more rounded black bucket helmet and the actual handheld bazooka. Like
I love the Megatron on my shelf. I'm looking up at it. I'm like,
yeah, it's great.
That's it.
Well, yeah, I mean the cartoon one was fine, but instead of just straight up going back to the toy with the cartoon molding.
You could do a trigger crotch. Just fold this section forward. It's not going to be a trigger, but I haven't transformed that thing in so long. I don't know where the trigger is actually anymore, but it's somewhere in there. But yeah, if you wanted to have like a big old crotch sticking forward, you could just fold these little things forward, I think. Yeah, why do they keep on giving Megatron a hairy chest? He's got a little spaghetti going.
He's fancy.
Oh, the trigger's in his butt. Okay. Yeah, got some nice little. I like the chrome though, looking nice.
I feel like if I saw this in person, like if you could go to the store and put your eyes on it, I feel like I'd end up buying it just because of the nostalgia factor.
Now, I kind of wish we had that Shockwave to begin with, and then the brighter one.
I'm gonna buy that one. I'm buying that Shockwave.
But I'm fine having the latter. It's there. I don't need another one.
Cordon. Looking nice.
I need to put my order in for this. I haven't done it yet.
Look at all that white, man.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
I mean, it works.
What do you mean it works?
It works. You're gonna have it to put with your clamp down.
Yeah. Let's wait till we get to the car mode. Let's see if like the door's missing or like he's got any big gaps in his car mode. I like that. Man, I need to get me the Sunstreaker. I haven't got it yet. Hey, Lionel, what's up, man?
Just watch. Next, you guys are going to get your deep cover and then your red version of this.
Yeah, see, I'll buy those.
We'll be getting Waspinator or Pterosaur.
I need to sell off my other Sideswipe and Red Alert, the original ones, so I can get the anime versions. I just need the anime version of Sideswipe. Painted rims. I mean, it's Countach, so
Yeah.
You just get more repaints of the figures you've had for the past 10 years. So doesn't hurt me any. We just need the one version of each mold, and we're good.
all right. Getting into some third party. Sure, Iron Factory.
Now this guy I'm thinking about picking up to have as a Legends class Warpath because that Combiner Wars 1 is just garbage.
Oh, the Combiner War.
And if
I still have the Generation 1 that's a deluxe. I think that thing's still an awesome Transformer.
That's a good
it
one.
is, but I kind of want all my mini bots to be in the same scale.
No, I hear you on that.
I think this guy would be
Yeah.
perfect. Plus, he looks a little bit like the War for Cybertron, just with the way the barrel is designed, the head.
I'm
how
actually
beefy he
okay,
is.
I think, with Warpath being a little bit bigger than the rest of the mini bots because the fact that he is a tank.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, instead of just being a full-blown deluxe, I would prefer like a scout, maybe just a little bit bigger, but not towering over everyone. Because he is a mini bot, that's who he is. But he just happens to be a tank. So keep him beefy and bulky, but keep him short. Have him in line with someone like Braun.
Yeah, chest count looks awesome on that.
So
Here's
if
your
I find that at RoboCon, I'm definitely going to pick it up.
unique toys.
Now, here's one thing we can agree on. This is garbage.
I don't like Bayformer stuff, but I think this looks amazing. Are you serious that you think it's garbage, or
I just never really cared for the knight design that he had in those
oh no,
movies.
I'm saying that I don't like any of the Bayformer stuff, right? So we agree, or you know that about me. But
I mean,
I'm looking at like this right here. That's a really good representation of what it's meant to be, and it transforms into that. That's amazing.
yeah, I mean, this is probably going to be the best version of this design, but still garbage. You're polishing a turd.
I don't know, Rick. What do you think? You get where I'm coming from here, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not someone that hates I like the first Transformers movie. As far as Prime goes, I understand. I mean, it's not my favorite Prime, but I can appreciate that they've looked at the movie and made this toy that's probably the closest representation to it. I don't feel like they skimped. And every time I look at a Transformer that Hasbro, not Takara, I do like Buster Prime. I think that's probably my favorite version. That's official. But as far as Hasbro stuff, I mean, they always skimp on something. They just can't do it. There's too many parts and pieces. There's just too much. I think it would take a third party to do a Bayformer the right way, honestly. So I think he looks good. I think the truck mode looks good too.
Yeah, I mean, for what
that's the main thing. That's really the only thing I really like about this design is the truck mode. But
I'm saying the transformation and what they're trying to execute, they did a good job.
Yeah, like you can never see, a big, hefty truck like that coming out of this.
Yeah, no, it's like magic. Witchcraft.
Took the word literally right out of my mouth.
Right.
All right, and from Make Toys. Is that that weird Jetfire thing that we looked at?
Yeah, it is really weird.
Got a visor or something?
Is this that cross dimensions or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Because even their Prime looks really weird. God, oh. Now, those look good for Seekers. Like, compared to the Hasbro and Takara, I think Make Toys has them beat.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard for me to resist
For the
these.
cartoon design, yeah, definitely. Like if you're one that more
and they're not
style.
even showing that Skywarp, they're showing it from like the worst angle, and it still looks pretty good.
I don't like the legs, the way the legs are done here. But
I'm gonna have to try to get that Strecker Noir, that black convoy version.
oh, build the truck. That's the thing that I was talking about. The transformation with that Unique Toys Prime is the truck just completely disappears. Like, that's an amazing transformation job. This thing looks so clunky looking.
Mm-hmm.
And who is that supposed to be? That's their Starscream or something?
Yeah, Jetfire.
Oh, Jetfire. Maybe once it's painted, it'll probably pull it together once it's painted.
Yeah, the cross-dimension Seekers had a bunch of Dinobot parts hanging off of them.
I bought the first two cross-dimension sets, but I never built anything to build my Prime up or whatever the sets are. I haven't bought any of that.
This is Gigapower. Little throne for your whatever your not Dinobots.
Probably just for their Gridlock whenever they decide to put it out. Next 5 years.
Man, if that falls back off your shelf, you might as well just throw it in the trash. Unless those parts are like soft plastic.
Here's a new company, Newage H1. So check out this little prototype thing here. Looks like you got a little jetpack you can put on the back. Transforms into a little bug. Oh, and it can fit in the back of the truck of, I forget who's doing that. We looked at them a couple weeks ago.
Hot Soldiers? Or
no, not Hot
Soldiers.
Is it Extra
it
or something?
No,
I get all the
it's DX9, I think.
DX9? All right. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so look at him to the little legend size, man. This is a little small dude.
6 centimeters, it's about I think 2.5 inches tall.
What the hell is this? I guess that's like a quarter?
Probably like a dime. Or a nickel.
Is it? I don't know. I don't use the matrix system. I don't know what centimeters is. You need to show me the stuff in inches. So I know what it is. I've got this little bumblebee. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Takara one, I think.
Yeah, so like you got some companies that are making stuff bigger and bigger and bigger. You got
some companies are making.
They're trying to make them as small as possible.
Like a Magic Square.
Yeah.
Or Rick's Hot Soldiers.
Hot Soldiers.
DNA design. Now you can see this little add-on. Now it's painted up, so you can kind of get the full idea of what it'll look like.
That looks a lot better.
Because it's
now you
painted
don't have
now?
Well, just all the parts in general, just instead of having just the whole mace hand and then having the club now. Trying to figure out what else they added to it. It's hard to tell with all the parts being painted now. I think there's like a new neck piece for Dino mode.
Dino mode is the mode that needed the most work to fill those holes.
Yeah, he's got a new tail too.
Dr. Prime, you're gonna come on Galactic Gumbo tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So an hour and a half from now. You coming on, Dr. Prime. I need you.
I think these parts do make this figure look better. I might have to pick them up because I did buy this. And I was pretty happy with it, but this makes it look better. I have this and the Blackout. Yeah. Blackout's better, but I do like this one. I'm really surprised at the paintwork that they did on this. It just didn't feel quite like Hasbro.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like a custom, like someone dry brushed it.
Yeah, like I hope that they do a little bit more of that in the future if they're gonna try to do the stuff from the movies that they do.
Are you guys talking Solo on Galactic Gumbo? No, because I don't go see Solo until tomorrow, so no spoilers on stuff. All right, so getting into some of the action figure stuff. DC Collectibles, for their new DC Essentials line, you're going to be getting a Shazam and Black Adam 2-pack. That's a nice 2-pack to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I like that they at least changed up the faces,
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't have the same face. I mean, or skin tone either.
Yeah, and he's got the slick back hair, and he's kind of got more of a part over here. He's smiling. You can look at this face and see that it's a hero, and you can look at this one and be like, okay, that's definitely a villain.
Yeah, it's got like the little widow's peak. That's right.
All right, and some Star Wars stuff. You got L337 for the 6-inch Black Series. I guess in the previews, I've never seen her from or I say her. It's voiced by a female, but like it's a robot, so it's not really a male or a female. But I haven't seen it from the waist down. These legs look weird. I guess that's the way it looks in the movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because anything I say about this would be kind of spoilerish.
Oh, it would? Okay.
You need to experience it first. But it looks fairly accurate to the movie. Yes.
Okay. Looks kind of weird and boring looking. I don't know. The feet look real tiny. I don't know. It's just a weird design, I think. I think from torso up it looks cool.
Definitely different. Very different.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how well it's going to stand.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm looking here at all three pictures, every pose is like, it looks like they're like, okay, we got it to where it's not falling over. Somebody take the picture really quick. Look at that one.
This week I've been doing this. I've been playing with Legends more and like putting the Black Series on a few smaller shelves. And the one thing I keep coming back to is I wish all of us as collectors, if we're going to do like hashtags and all that stuff, I wish that action figures, every single one, no exceptions, came with stands. Every single one.
Especially if you're catering to adult collectors.
Yes. Us as a fandom, I feel like if we all put our heads together and just told the companies that we want stands for our action figures, I'm tired of stuff falling over.
Dude, I'm looking at my Star Wars shelf right now. I probably got 30 figures that are either they're falling over and knocked others over or they're on the floor. And I'm just tired of setting them up. I've had to buy some stands just for those DC Collectibles, those bombshell figures, because they refuse to stand up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so you got Enfy's Nest. I believe that's how you say it. So you get the figure and their little bike here.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that.
This was rumored a while back, and then, like we all knew we were going to get this. Like we've seen this guy in the trailer. We, for us that haven't seen the movie, we assumed that he's maybe one of the main bad guys. And it's like how can we not get a figure of this yet? And so here we go.
It does look pretty cool.
Yeah. I love this size that they keep doing. I mean, I don't know what everybody thinks as a whole, but I like that they're making the little mini vehicles. I wish they'd make bigger vehicles too, but I do like it.
And those stands, they work out pretty well. Yeah, I've even got He-Man figures that are falling over.
Oh, they love to fall over.
Look at them wrong, they just topple.
The only thing that really stands without falling over are the Masterpiece figures.
Yeah.
All right, and NECA, they've got a couple of reveals so far out for their San Diego Comic-Con. One, we see this is basically for the box set here. That you're gonna be able to pull that. They always do something kind of cool with the boxes. So this looks like the old VHS slip case, so that you're gonna be able to pull that out. And so the 4 turtles are gonna be the movie style. So I guarantee it's going to be more than well. I was gonna say maybe they use the same mold as that they did with cartoon and the arcade versions, but they really can't. Because the movie, they should look different, a little bit different molding. So, anyways, there's another $200. And then they showed some of these, which they said, like, I believe, it's a kind of a standard diorama little thing that'll be announced as well as far as pricing and release date this summer. I think on that, I think it's a nice idea, but I think I'm just going to ultimately pass on that. But cool idea. I love this. One of their other exclusives. How do you say this guy's name?
Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you. He's going to be the Mego style version.
Just get him and then have a Hellboy figure.
And they're relaunching Hellboy.
Yeah, they're gonna have a David Harbour, I think, as read. So
I don't know anything about Hellboy except for the 2 movies, and I thought they were fun, for something that I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
I think they're going more of a horror route with the reboot. Kind of fit in more with the comics.
Yeah, they do some weird. NECA does some weird stuff like this sometimes. I think this has to do with because they're making some of the figures from Pan's Labyrinth, which are like quarter scale figures. So I guess this was kind of their. I mean, they made a figure that was like one of the people in the band Anthrax, so
yeah,
which doesn't really have anything to do with video games or horror figures that they usually do, but they just do some weird stuff sometimes. They're going to be releasing this as a standalone release. So originally, the only way you could get this figure is if you ordered like the Blu-ray edition of the movie or some collector's edition of it or whatever. And that's the only way you can get this figure. Well, now they're going to be packaging it individually, so you can just buy it straight up if you wanted it from Silent Night.
I never thought I would see Silent Night figures. So I got to be real. That's crazy.
I've never even heard of this movie until NECA was like, "Yeah, we're coming out with a figure for this." But again, I don't really watch horror movies, so.
I was the kid. I was the kid in high school who had Fangoria magazine under their desk.
You're watching Elvira, Mistress of
yeah,
whatever.
Absolutely. I love Elvira. It's right in my wheelhouse.
That, and then right after that, you'd watch Up All Night.
Exactly.
All right, and NECA, they're going to be coming out with a Portal figure again. I don't know what this chick's name is.
Chell.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think I tried to play Portal once as a demo, and I was like, I don't. So this is just a puzzle game, and I was like, no, thank you.
The second one's a lot more fun because it gets more intuitive rather than just here,
Yeah, but
there.
I like God of War because I can play a game and it has puzzles in it, or Uncharted, and it has puzzles in it. I don't want to just play a straight up puzzle game.
Right. Yeah, I really want to get that new God of War here soon.
I haven't picked it up either. I need to. I haven't played a game in so long.
I'll rent it to you guys. Yeah. So, okay. Here it is. God, you think they would update? Is that spot on the face? I would say that they should at least update the face, right?
It looks pretty close.
Okay. Yeah. Bill says Zelda had the best puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, like that looks cheap right there. You can tell that this is some of their older work.
Yeah, you can see kind of sloppy with that black ink.
And you're going to get this as well, which I think, Dalton, you said you like this. I've never played this game either.
Yeah, Half-Life 2 was a lot of fun. You get the head crab and the gravity gun.
K-Bar says Portal was fun and frustrating too. Jonathan McKnight says Josh is like, I don't want to use my brain. I want to shoot stuff.
Well, you definitely do that with Half-Life. Yeah, you get that little head crab and the gravity gun.
Dalton, you still have PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
When are you gonna get Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, so we can play some Borderlands, man?
I have no idea.
I need people to play Borderlands with me. That way I can rank my character up on their story because I'm on like the hardest mode right now. It's so freaking hard. And let's see, McFarlane, they're gonna come out with a 10-inch Walking Dead Daryl. Deluxe figure. I'm sorry. So
are they doing that thing again where the joints are on the inside of the...
Well, I mean, this is just like a little picture, holding the spot, this is what it's gonna, close and design. So I don't know about articulation and stuff like that. So who knows, McFarlane? Like with their Borderlands stuff, it's top notch. I would even say it's better than NECA's. And then you start looking at some of their other stuff and you're like, oh my God, there's like 2 points of articulation in this quote unquote action figure. All right, so we got a lot of stuff from SH Figure Arts. So I figure we start on the Star Wars stuff first. Dr. Prime, I didn't get your confirmation yet. You're going to join us on Galactic Gumbo, bro. The little Jawas, you know what? I'll stick with my little $20 Black Series Jawas, but this one looks cool. It's too shiny, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had flocked, what the cloak would that make it look a little bit better?
Yeah, do they do like soft good stuff though, like that?
I don't know.
Here we got R5. We've already, we've got that was the GameStop exclusive in the 40th anniversary packaging. So Black Series has that. We've got R2's. What's this Leia look like? That's not a very good picture. I can't.
It's like the
Look
Wicked
like-
Witch from Wizard of
It
Oz.
looks like Grand Moff Tarkin
Yeah, she
cosplaying
doesn't
as Leia.
Yeah, so us stormtroopers, I mean, I'm again, I'm good with my Black Series ones that I paid $20 for. Like I don't need that little extra toe articulation. I don't know how often that's going to come in handy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's bigger gaps in between the calf armor and thigh armor too.
Yeah, and I think for $20, the Black Series, you can't beat the Black Series currently for stormtroopers and stuff like that for $20.
This one, R2Q5, he came in, I think it was a 3-pack Toys R Us exclusive. I mean, there's so many exclusives that it's hard for me to keep up with it. Something similar to this was a Walgreens exclusive. Hey, that's something we haven't got yet. Where's our Wicket and their Ewoks, man?
Yeah. I like that little log too. It looks pretty good.
What should they do with because they have a couple main Ewoks, but then there's just a bunch of random ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they came out with like little 2-packs, because I hate the Black Series for being like, oh, here's like this trooper that's got like all these points of articulation or points of joint and all these weapons and stuff that are like $20, and then they're like, here's Yoda, comes with a snake and a cane and a lightsaber, and he's 2.5 inches tall, $20. Here's R2D2, little small thing, $20. Jawas, 2 guns, short thing, $20. Like you can't tell me that those things are supposed to be the same price point.
Yeah.
So
they're looking at the case price.
Yeah, so I'm like, give me Ewoks in 2-packs, and have like Wicket and have like a Chief or something in there, and to where I can buy and have like maybe like 3 or like maybe 4 of the main Ewoks, and then just come out with like little 2-packs of like, here's just generic Ewok that's gonna get stomped on by an ATST or something. Because I mean, the Ewoks, they did die. They die, so.
Give us a couple with the helmets and
look, that belly's like way too round. I like the Black Series one.
Yeah, me too. I think this looks like crap. Other than the head and his chin and stuff looks alright. I think the rest of it is garbage.
Yeah, and the mouth opens up on the Black Series one too. Like it has some kind of little features.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm good with the Black Series too.
Yeah.
On that one, $20. I mean, the armor up underneath looks awesome on that Black Series one, to where I even bought an extra, and I was like, well, I've got 4 of them now. I'm thinking about like just ripping the cloth off and just having 2 that have that just awesome looking armor, and have 2 that have the regular cloth like this.
Yeah,
because they look so good. Looks nice, but again, Black Series. Well, if you can still get the Black Series, it's a lighter gray on the Black Series version, and it's like dirtied up, where this one's like a darker gray, and it looks really clean.
Yeah, all their stuff's clean. Like the droids that we looked at earlier, those droids never were that clean in that movie.
Maybe the Darth Maul. I need another Black Series Darth Maul. That way I can have them hooded and unhooded. But look, I guess soft goods right there. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I can't. Is it the hood part?
Yeah, that's soft goods.
Yeah,
the outer robe.
Whole cloak is.
Yeah, and then back here, it's just this is all soft good right here.
he's probably the best looking one. So for the one in the back looks good, like in the little pose. Looks pretty good, at least from a distance.
Ugh.
Old man Luke.
That doesn't look right.
It looks like he's older than he is in the movie.
It's a good face.
Yeah.
That's like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's fighting Dakota for sure in that picture.
Needs his
That
little.
doesn't look right.
No.
Black Series, where you at? Why don't we have
Yeah,
Dooku, and why don't we have Mace Windu yet?
I know. They got some big holes in the Black Series currently.
Well, because now they're pumping out movies every year, even shorter than that, and
Yeah,
like they can't even catch up to the stuff that they missed on. It's a decent looking Finn face.
yeah, that one's got a decent face on it. Mm-hmm.
Again, I think the Black Series one did a really good job as well.
Yep.
Not a bad Han.
Mm-mm.
Looks pretty close.
Can't see her hair that well, but you've got I'm trying to remember how many rays that I have in this outfit, like 3 or 4 of them.
She looks slightly Asian to me. Like something's not quite right.
It is made by Tamashii Nation, so they're like, we're gonna do Ray the way we see her.
There you go.
Yeah, like BB-8, he's too clean. The Black Series one's all dirtied up. One of them's blackwashed.
I mean, Dalton could have taken a ping pong ball and customized that.
Oh, what do we think about here? Like, I guess it's one of those things like, just give them to me, let me put them on the shelf, and let's never talk about this ever happening.
How about you just don't buy it and just tell whoever buys it to just burn it?
Well, I mean, he is a character that got a major screen time in episode 1, and then
way too much screen
Clone
time.
Wars and
More than he deserved.
Yes, this one looks good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
But is this all? It looks like is she able to move under there? It looks like it's one of those things where it's just always going to sit.
It's probably got wheels,
it's like a statue
on the bottom. It's got some wheels
like
on the bottom.
Just that like little Megatron that we've seen earlier at the beginning.
You pull
of the
it
show.
back. You pull it back and it rolls forward a little bit.
You might as well do the same for Sidious.
She's got R2 behind her, just pushing her on her little cart.
Yeah.
C2B3, do we have him? I believe so. I believe we've got this guy as well. He came in the Droid 3-pack. It's like colored a little bit lighter gray. And this panel's white, and this panel's black. But other than that, I think those are. And there's like a white stripe up here or something. Maybe they're different, but there's very similar. Black Series one already. I'm trying to remember this guy.
That's episode 1.
Yeah, I was first thinking of Empire in the Cloud City when one just comes out.
And this is something, again, we need army building of these things.
Just do it
this seems like it would make so much money, though, because you know how they've done with the clone troopers, where they're like, here's the clone body, and here's phase 1 and phase 2. Then they're like, oh, let's paint this little thing here, this yellow, and now he's this guy, and paint this, and now he's this guy. You know, let's give him a different head, a shoulder pad. Now he's Captain Rex or Commander Cody. With the droids, this would be even easier. Just you make that one body, and then you just paint like the chest and keep on selling it to us.
Or we got your Geonosian droids too, where they're kind of that sand, like red clay color from episode 2.
Like I don't understand like why haven't the Black Series released these yet?
They've been pretty light on episode 1. I mean, probably because most of the fans don't care for it. Except for Mike. Didn't Mike say episode 1 is the best?
He ranked it pretty high. He was like, man, he goes, you got to remember, it's got that pod racing scene. I'm like, that's exactly why it's low on my list. I thought that thing was stupid.
Yeah, Black Series only done a few figures from there.
Yeah, we definitely also need some super battle droids, and then the
look what they got
destroyers.
Here.
Yeah, see, we need
Attack of the
droids in that color.
Oh, there you go. Super battle droids too.
They're doing them all.
I love the design of the super battle droids. They're imposing.
They look. I don't know what it is about their face. It just like when I see it, I'm like, it looks like a robot Doberman pincher. You know,
kind of like that mixed with Klaatu from was it Klaatu in The Day the Earth Stood Still?
Is that his name? I don't know.
Whatever the robot's name is.
I just call him Robot.
Man, they're going all in.
And see, this guy, he came in a 4-pack for was it Entertainment Earth or is it Amazon exclusive? These are the Phase 2 helmets and gear. That's a Phase 1. Okay. Yeah. Mike just chimed in. Episode 1 is best, hands down.
What is wrong with you, Mike?
And let's see. Jonathan McKnight says, I think episode 1 is better than 2, to be honest.
Yeah,
Bill
2 was
says
boring.
episode 1 is underrated. Kmar says, I'm with Jonathan. Episode 2 stunk. Now, hang on. Episode 2 had it had Padme whenever they were getting carted out there, and she's got that midriff going. I'll take that over any pod racing scene.
Okay.
Also like the drop ships. I thought the drop ship designs were really cool.
Okay, up until the last 30 minutes, it was boring as hell.
That's pretty true.
Okay, so like they've given us these already.
Whole lot of sand talk.
A new trooper. A new trooper. I like this guy.
Who is this?
Someone had told me like that he appeared in Solo or something. So
I don't even remember seeing him. All right. I'm sure he's in there.
Looks like some sort of edgelord kid.
He is Imperial Speeder Trooper.
Okay. Yeah, I know who he is.
More droids.
Jesus.
There's one. It was in Clone Wars. There was a pink. It was like an R2 unit like this. And it was whenever the droids went on a mission, and she was white and pink, and her name was like QT and something. So it was Cutie something. Dude, it was funny.
What wasn't like QTC3 or something like that, or
I just remember the first part was QT.
QT for you.
Whoa, what the?
Was it QT for you?
I'm just joking.
It was something hilarious like that. I remember that I had to like rewind. I was like, did I hear that right? That is horrible. Here's that samurai realization stuff. So the C-3PO, that looks terrifying.
It's so weird. God, that looks awful.
He's having just a sad day.
Yeah, that one looks
the
weird.
droopy, the droopy
Yeah.
stormtrooper.
It's the first order one.
Mm. It's like it was just told he just got fired.
I like Kylo Ren. I don't really dig that though. There. This idea works a lot better with the Imperial guys than it does the First Order.
If they did Phasma as an Imperial version, that looks amazing.
All right, there's that.
That was like 50 figures. It felt like they're really making a lot of figures.
Let's see if there's any new stuff on here. I think it's all the same. Yeah, we've looked at all that. Bam. So Pacific Rim and DC. Again, Moshi. SH Figure Arts. Yeah. Looks
Is that
crazy.
from that new series or that new movie?
I haven't seen it yet. Those Jokers. Or Laughing Mask Samurais. Whatever you want to call them.
QTKT.
Yeah, but he's talking about something else.
Well, no, I was talking about the droid you were talking about earlier. That pink one.
Look at that, man. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I always loved the design for Crimson Typhoon. That and Striker Eureka looked amazing.
Side Jaegers. Yeah, so. And then here's a little bit better looks at these guys. Can't really see their face that well. They don't have a light showing up underneath that well. Oh, we'll get into this in a second. I think these have their own tab. I kept on seeing it on my Twitter. I'm like, who's retweeting these things? Yeah, so there's your Samurai Batman.
Pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this, doing them this way. Like, if you're gonna go samurai, let's not just half samurai. Let's go full out with this idea. And here you have, again, same company, SH Figure Arts. Here's your Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I really dug the nano tech suit that Iron Man had.
That's pretty cool.
Stormbreaker looks good on Thor.
I like that purple. I just like purple. Just put purple on everything. K-Bar, the reason why they're kind of doing it is whenever George Lucas was coming up with the designs of like the stormtroopers and all that stuff, it drew a lot of inspiration from like samurai armor. So that's why a lot of it looks the way it does.
I can't wait for that here in the next month and a half. You gotta have your Walkman. I think the Legends Rocket looks a lot better than that.
Does it? And they
Okay, your prototype Mark 1. Python looks good.
they all look the same to me.
All 50 of them? Well, there's
Pretty
50.
much. I couldn't tell you what number any of them are.
I know that
Except
one's the hot rod armor with the flames at
I
the bottom.
definitely like that one.
with the flames on the
Yeah, at the bottom.
yes,
Makes
that
it go
looks
faster.
ugly.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I like that one, like the Silver Century armor. That was in the comics when I was in high school. That was the Armor Wars story, which is where Ghost came from in that Ant-Man Wasp movie that's coming out.
Look at all this. Who's playing Wasp? That chick from Lost.
Evangeline Lilly or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. She was Kate in the TV show Lost.
And I think Michelle Pfeiffer is playing Janet Van Dyne, like the original Wasp. I think Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought that's what I heard.
She's Catwoman.
Well, yeah, she is.
Oh, that's
And I
just
definitely
boring.
need to go see that again.
Here's this stuff or whatever. I like people on Twitter. They're like really excited about this for some reason. I don't know. But again, like I don't really watch or read Harry Potter, so
Did they just get the license? I'm assuming.
I guess so.
It's the first time I've seen articulated figures like this of the Harry Potter characters.
Star Ace has them for the 1/6 scale, but this is going to be a little bit cheaper for Harry Potter fans.
Yeah, because these are 6-inch, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Or 6-inch scale. I mean, they're little kids, so I
Yeah.
imagine they'll be a little shorter.
The look on Rod's face.
Yeah.
You just happen to be here.
So I
I
guess
saw some
they come
movie
with multiple faces, I guess.
Yeah.
with her the circle, which it's not good.
Yeah, I saw that not too long ago.
I think it's funny how they keep on trying to like dress her up to make her look like an adult because she still looks like she's 12.
Yeah.
Ronan loves Harry Potter. Really?
I like Harry Potter. It's not Star Wars, but I like it.
I guess if I sat down and like watched all the movies in order, like I think I've seen like half the first one in like 15 minutes of like another one, and I just was like, I don't know what's going on here. So
I started liking it more with the Order of the Phoenix. I read
where it took
I
more
read
of a
most of
serious
them.
turn.
Yeah, I liked it when they started building Dumbledore's army. Just the idea of an army in that world was I thought that was interesting.
Just really when it started getting more dark.
Yeah, the darker it got, the more I liked it.
that it? Yeah, that's it on that. So here you go. So Dragon Ball Z, more SH Figure Arts stuff, Tamashii Nations. You have teenage yellow hair Goku. And then he's surprised here, or he just wet himself or something. He's got like a little sweat down here.
It's like that's the shark Goku.
Yeah, it's whenever like you have to like you're like, oh my god, I need to get to a bathroom. It's an emergency. It's a number 2, and you sit down and like you're like wipe the toilet off, and then you sit down and you're just like you're going and you're like, oh thank God I was able to get on here, and you look to your right and you're like empty roll, no toilet paper, and you're like that's the look that you get right there. Your mind is like, what do I do here?
That's never trust a fart, Goku.
And then you got Casper Goku. And then whenever you find out, you're like, ha ha, but they've got paper towels. This is some exclusive color edition of another Goku. So there you go. Let's see, what is it?
So
World event exclusive Power Cell. So this is for San Diego Comic-Con. So we were talking about this earlier, Redman with Jesse. So here you got the Ultraman. So same thing here. Yeah, all the Dragon Ball Z characters, I just call them Goku because I don't know any other names. Actually, I probably know like maybe 3 names, but I do it mainly to just
trigger Dakota.
Yeah, which I don't even think he cares anyway. I think he's even
I
started.
think it just rolls with it. Just yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Beast Hunters Ultraman.
What were they in RID, Powerizer or whatever?
Yeah.
Weaponizer.
Here's some more San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So some black and green and silver Megazord, I think is what it's called, right? And then
What
these
is this?
2 Rangers. There you go.
Do the helmets go on? Do you know? Or they're just accessories?
I haven't seen them with the helmets on. It just says helmetless.
Hmm.
So I guess they just
probably
sit
just accessories.
So you got this several. So you got these 2 Power Rangers. You got a green adult, green-haired Goku, Black Megazord, and then this is going to be a 2-pack. They're doing again with
Obsidian Fury.
Yeah, Obsidian.
Gypsy Avengers.
Gypsy.
It was a really good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah, same with the first one. I liked it for what it was. Yeah.
I'm wanting to try to track down that model kit of the Obsidian Fury.
All right, so you're gonna get a Monster Arts Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. Apparently, this is gonna be the biggest Godzilla so far.
Yeah, it's based on that Netflix movie where he was, I guess, like 300 meters tall. So it'd be about 1,000 feet. Actually, more than that.
And then
Well, about half a mile tall.
you got someone for him to fight against, I guess. Another Monster Arts Gamera, 1999 version. We call him Tonka. Do you know why we call him Tonka, Dalton?
No idea.
This dude, Rick, this dude don't start watching some movies. From Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. The snapping turtle, Toka.
I was like,
what? Say Tonka?
What? Yeah, you said Tonka. I was like,
I think I've always called him Tonka.
yeah, Toka and Razar.
All right, so here you have 3-0, Cersei. You watch Game of Thrones, Rick?
Nope.
No?
Never watched. Well, I can't say I haven't watched the episode. My wife watches it, but I haven't watched it.
So you wouldn't be interested in this at all?
Mm-mm. I'll probably watch it once it's over.
Once the newness wears off.
It's not a bad face. Now that I'm looking at it, she's also named as Sarah Connor.
Yeah, I did watch that. I like the little TV show.
Yeah. And also the wife to, was it Leonidas from 300?
Huh.
I think those are the only shows that I know her from.
You know, it's almost the end of the show when the screen starts checkerboarding.
Yeah. I do that when I have all the tabs, but whenever it's just a couple things
The
here.
last ones.
Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale, so we're into 1/6 scale stuff now.
I'm way behind on the Netflix Marvel stuff.
It's a different take.
Yeah, they do like comic book inspired 6-inch line too.
Oh yeah, it is the Lena Headley or whatever however you say her name. She was the bad guy in Dread. Really? I haven't watched Dread in a while, so
yeah, she sure was.
Luke Cage doesn't come off as this type of guy that would wear starch denim pants like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a weird take on him. I don't think I like it. Oh, there's all the stuff that it comes with. And now some good stuff. So Hot Toys. Are you getting any of the solo Hot Toys stuff?
That's a good question. I had that conversation in the car today. You know, I like that Stormtrooper, you know, that they did recently for the Black Series, the new one. But I think I'm gonna skip it. I buy a lot of stuff, and I think this might be skippable for me. I'm gonna try. Try to say no. That's difficult for me in Hot Toys.
Look at him. Look at him. He's like, Rick, come on.
I know.
Come on, man.
And it looks pretty accurate, so it's hard. I don't know.
You said you liked my movie.
I did like that movie. They'll make me buy a third Chewbacca. They're killing me.
Oh, he's got his gold dice and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's not another picture, is there? Well, there is more. Oh, there is. So deluxe version. Look. There you go.
Do it.
You guys are the worst. Pushers.
Look, he's like, Chewbacca, I look like you. We're both fur.
No, I really look like you.
It's like this pose is like the Fonz. Do you know who the Fonz is, Dalton?
Yes.
Ooh. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Turn of the Jedi. Oh, that's a cool picture. Those Hot Toys flex payments start hitting next month.
I saw where I think on YouTube Dean Knight got his Luke Jedi this week. I think I watched a video on it and it looks superb. Like, man, I can't wait to get that one.
Oh, look at that with the electronics in the hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Greetings, exalted ones. Oh, that's the that lightsaber like motion thing
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, me too. I like that they still try to come up with new stuff. You know, they're like deep into this stuff and they're still trying to improve it. I like that.
No. This is just Return of the Jedi one. Oh, Jabba's Palace was Return of the Jedi.
That's his little nod to R2 to shoot the lightsaber up right there.
Wow.
Yeah, looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Man.
Look, looks like he's taking after his dad, looking for some young
I know
ones.
that, dude. I would kill to have like this missing chapter that, like, that's the later Luke that we got instead of like the old man Luke. Like, I would love to see like this thing where Luke got all dark and
You know what?
powerful.
I'm just gonna say like in it's father like son. I think you're gonna see a trend here because you have Anakin. That what did he do? He killed students, the younglings.
Yeah.
What did Luke Skywalker try to do in The Last Jedi? Tried to kill his student. They're the same. Oh, this is a long. Oh no!
That looks awesome. They went deep with these pictures.
Oh god, there's the base, whatever. So, you got yourself a Deadpool yet?
No, I haven't gotten a Deadpool. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I'd want the first one or second one.
Why is he wearing heels like that?
I think it's the
movie.
whole Celine Dion thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Trainee.
I like the little T-shirt. I think that was cool.
You know, Dakota didn't even buy the first Deadpool one.
I thought he was the ultimate fan.
Yeah, guess not.
Man, if I could afford Hot Toys, I would definitely buy one.
Megatrons or whatever.
Which one do you like, though? You like the first one or like this version here?
I'd have to look at the first one again, but I'm not going to see here. Cause I liked this one better than the first movie.
Yeah.
So I think the inhibitor collar and then the trainee shirt, perfect little add-ons.
You know, here's the thing. If they had showed this the first week and then the next week they showed Cable, I'm pretty sure I'd buy them both. If I knew that they were making Cable, I'd probably pre-order this right now.
What if they made a certain someone else that we can't really discuss right now, but I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, and we know Domino, so I would buy them.
Not her.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Domino Fro.
Yeah.
Give us a vanisher.
Oh yeah.
Peter.
Oh, I might be inclined to buy Peter if I bought the others.
Zeitgeist and Bedlam. Is it Bedlam or?
Okay, so we looked at those.
Bedlam. Yeah.
And last one, your Infinity War Doctor Strange. Do you already have a Doctor Strange?
No, and I pre-ordered this as soon as it went up because the other Doctor Strange.
Because of all the hands, all the arms.
No, the original Doctor Strange goes for $500 to $800 now.
Wow.
Because a bunch of I skipped it. I think a lot of people skipped it. So the secondary market is crazy. So day one, I was like, I'm in on this one.
Well, the whole hands thing was just probably one of the best things I've seen out of that.
Yeah, it was cool for sure.
And does the first one have all these little effects and stuff like that?
It has some stuff, but I like this. I think this one's better.
Because that looks pretty cool.
But the first one did look as good. I mean, the first one was insanely good looking, but I mean, it looked just like him and had cool stuff. But I like that too. I thought that pose was awesome.
Like that?
Probably got a little stand.
I'm sure
he's gonna.
I'm sure he will come with a stand. If he doesn't, I'm going to put him in that pose for sure.
If only they had the whole blur face thing when he's
that was cool.
Looking through.
Yeah, they gave him a cool role in the Infinity War movie.
Oh. Like that with the kind of like a sword.
Hot Toys.
So you can display the cape on its own.
So here's
I need to go and watch this again.
Wait, so does he not have all those little arms?
I guess not.
Okay, so it's a background, and then you place the figure there. So
in front of it.
Because that sucks. I thought that was going to be some attachment that had like the little backpack thing that had all those arms on it.
That would be like $500.
Well, I mean, if it was just a solid piece, but maybe clipped onto him.
Yeah, so he's got all these rings and stuff.
Because just imagine how difficult it would be to pose all those arms perfectly in that pose, where you could just put something kind of like that old Ghost of Starscream on Scourge from Extron's butts. Just make it something like that.
That would be cool. It would be cool if they made it, but I don't know. It would be like it's pretty expensive.
It's the deluxe version. So
yeah.
All right. True. So we are going to end it there. We got another show coming up here in about 30 minutes, so about 8:30 Central Standard Time. Sportimus and Jonathan McKnight, Dr. Prime, you guys email me, g1extron@gmail.com, and I will shoot you an invite to the show. So right before we go live on it. So let's go ahead and exit out. Tell people where they can find you. Dalton.
Dalton, you can find me everywhere. Daltonians TFs.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, and you can find me G1Extron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Extron. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. K-Bar, you're invited too, so just do what I told the other guys. And we'll talk to you guys here in a little bit. Peace.